Hey, hi guys. I just wanted to do a quick video on the current positions. So I have current position into uh, Suven, SMS, FSL, and India Mart. Okay, so India Mart I have already discussed in my previous video. So I just wanted to maybe summarize the current position for rest of the stocks. Okay, so the SMS, right? So this came at this level. This came at around 90. Okay, so this was a day when I bought that on the gap up. Okay, the stop for the position was here. Original stop was here. And so now because the trade is more than 10 days, right? So now I used trailing stop loss. So usually what I do is basically for first 10 days, right, or so roughly around 10 days or 10 trading days, right, I allow the 7.5 or 8% or 8.5% as a basic stop loss, so that remains for first or 10 days, and then I move to the trailing stop loss. Okay, so going forward I will be using the trailing stop loss, which is at 92.65 currently. Okay, so this position is, I think, if I just look at, right, this went up. There was this high volume candle here, and the low of high volume candle, right, this is not broken. So this is a very good sign actually. So if you see, right, this low of high volume candle, this is tested twice, but it's intact, and there is a big reversal also at that level, and reversal has happened twice. So you should expect is that market will actually consolidate here. Okay, uh, and then again give it a breakout. So I'm expecting that till the early January, right, this will still remain into the consolidation. So currently there is a cushion in this position. So roughly around 16% cushion is there. So I'll just let it drift. Okay, so once it starts drifting, right, the key level that I'm going to watch is this. So if I get a high below this level, right, that is my usually a stop, or I'm going to go with my standard trailing stop loss, which is at 92.65, and it will trail. Uh, it will trail. You can see here, it trails very well. So you can see here it trails very well. Okay, so I will allow it to trail and see what happens. Okay, so it's now wait and watch. You can't do anything except for every morning go and place a stop at lower level. Okay, because it's a intraday, you stop is level closing at the stop order is 89.90, but on a closing basis this is a stop. So you have to allow a market to fluctuate, right? Otherwise it cannot. Alternatively, you can also look at the moving average, right, the simple moving average, uh, which is also good. So see, this moving average is acting as a support. So we should continue to see price action above this, and as long as it remains above this, right, we can continue to be in the trade. And if it start closing like this right here, then we can start thinking of exiting. So both the side of the moving average, right, so these highs, right, these are acting as a resistance and the lows are acting as a support. So the trend is good. This is rising, so you can see it's in green color. So I'm happy to stay in the trade and provide liquidity from my side, so that this can go up. The other position that I have is this Suin pharmaceutical. Okay, so this position was taken here on the this day. Okay, this was a breakout of this level. Okay, so this is again the low of the moving average is rising, and again this is a high volume bar today. So if this low of this bar, right, is held, and if I don't see a high below this, right, then this trade is also intact. So if I just put on the indicator, right, to check, you can see this. So unless like I see a position like this right here, or here, I'm not going to exit. So I'll let the trade run. There's not much of a cushion here. I think it's just 4-5%. So it's hardly actually 3.5%, but still it's already 10 days. So maybe starting Monday, the trailing stop loss for this position will be effective, and the trailing stop loss will be at 385. Okay. So usually after 10 days, right, after 10 days, while after taking, so it's still 8 days, so Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday onward, the trailing stop loss will be there. Otherwise the standard stop is here, which I put every day, which is at 377. Okay. um, so the other position that I have is this FSL. So actually this is also very good position, but somehow there is no traction here. Okay. I entered in this position here. Okay. On this candle, uh, on this day here. uh, so here, and the stop was 73, I guess, somewhere here. uh, yeah, the stop was somewhere here at that time, this low. And the primary reason for the deep stop loss was because this is the first time it came out of the base. So this is a high, right, of the high volume candle, and there was a base which was formed and it started coming out. So I took this position. So usually uh, so this kind of a position, right, it's not really worrying, because usually this happens. So they have came and tested this area and again came back, and see there is a again breakout here, second breakout. Okay. So now the I'm going to keep a close watch on this stock. Okay. So as long as this particular uh, stop is not broken on a closing basis, and this on an intraday basis, right, so I'm going to stay in this position. But if it does anything stupid here, right, I'll exit this one, because this was a first breakout and this is a second breakout, and second time it is consolidating. So if it consolidates right here, right, then it is well and good. And then if it gives a breakout, then I'm in position. I think I can stay in the position till say end of Feb here, and this will still be a big winner, primarily because the previous price action is very solid. Okay. So if you see, right, this is a strong trend and massive consolidation right here, and very tight consolidation. So you can see it's consolidating for 90 days. So worthwhile to actually stay in the trade, but it might be that the traction is still lacking. um, so but I'm still comfortable. Okay. So I think not much of a cushion here, but still okay. So I think um, on a like count basis, right, it is I think today on a today's close basis it is actually -3%. Which is okay. And even if I lose, right, even if my stop hits, right, so what I'm going to lose now is only this much, 5.5 to 6%, which is very fair actually, cost of the business. And even if it hits and breaks my low, right, stop, I might give it say 5-6 days, and then try to reevaluate this script, because overall this is very nicely set up. So if I look at it from a volume perspective also, it's very good actually. It tried to go below here but couldn't stay. So this is actually the sign of strength. So a lot of time what happens is that they go for a couple of days and then jump again. So I'm expecting this kind of a position here. so it will stay here, and then it will go up. So it will be a matter of time when this starts running, and as part of the business, right, I need to provide liquidity to the to this stock by ensuring that I am in the trade till the time proper stop loss is hit. And if I try to tighten the stop loss too much, right, effectively it will lead to a loss. So this is one of my very tight stop loss. So it just very tight. So you can see it gets hit multiple times, okay, but this is not the way you can really stay in the long trade. So that's why my primary stop loss is always this, uh, so which allows me to stay in the trade for much longer period. Then also I use this moving average, right, as a stop loss. So I think it's nicely, this is still up, right, it's all green in color. So if it will become red, and if I see something like this, right, then I'll exit, I'll not stay in the trade. uh, so that's pretty much actually was quick update on the current position. Thank you guys.